Hello everyone and welcome back to AneurynPlays. I am as always Aneurin, and today we're going to be playing some more Final Fantasy X, and boy do I have my headset up real loud. That it shouldn't be up that loud. Okay. Yes, today we're going to be playing some more Final Fantasy X. It is the episode that I'm sure everyone has been sitting on the edge of their seats for. It's the episode that I've just been so excited to be able to play. Hooray! We're gonna dodge lightning. Yay! It is, of course, that lightning episode. We're gonna be doing it. We gotta dodge 200 bolts of lightning. 200 in a row. Gosh darn it. Who came up with this idea? This is a terrible challenge. Me? No, it wasn't my idea. I didn't make the game. Look, I know what kind of a developer I would be. I know that I'd be a bit of a dick, right? But not even I would demand that people dodge 200 bolts of lightning in a row. It was your idea to make it its own stream. It has to be its own stream. It has to be its own stream because it's going to take me 5 hours. Hey Max, welcome to the stream. You? No, I'm not an asshole. No, not at all. I know what kind of developer I would be. I'm the sort of person, I'd be hiding chests behind geometry. I'd be putting things in locations that you wouldn't be able to actually see. I'm going to be putting things in locations that you probably can't actually get to. Just so people could be standing on the edge of a cliff like, how the heck do you get to that chest? And it's like, you don't. That's the trick. You don't. I've already got kind of an idea for doing something like that, and I don't mind mentioning it because if I were to ever make a game and include this trick in it, I can't imagine many people would remember that I said this. So, for the future historians out there that go trolling through all of my streams, if I was to make a game, I would put a chest on a cliffside, which is inaccessible, right? And have an NPC talking about a chest that seems to be completely out of reach. And when, if you were to glitch the game to get to the chest and you open the chest up, the only thing that would be in there would be a note. And the note would say, you aren't supposed to be here. That's how I would do it. That's what I would do. I would make a chest with a note saying, you weren't supposed to be here. That's me. That's the kind of game designer I would be. I'd be an asshole. Making me use math in a game, worst developer ever. I don't mind using math in video games. Using math in video games, of course, is kind of necessary sometimes, especially for stuff like this. For games like Final Fantasy, where you are doing a lot of calculations, you know, you're looking at your stats and you're looking at what you could be doing, what you could be doing better, how you could improve. I do a lot of that stuff off stream. I don't actually do it on stream because it's kind of boring to sit down and just watch someone trying to work out what they want to do and how they want to progress their characters. So I do that stuff usually off stream. But, yeah. I don't mind using a little bit of math. Math is fine. Dodging 200 lightning bolts is absolutely ridiculous, though. That is beyond me, you know? Just a note that nice you see your time, nerd. Yeah, that'd be perfect. Yeah. But that's the kind of thing that I would do. I have it like... It's not really an Easter egg, is it? Because it's not really meant to be found. So it's not really an Easter egg. But that's the sort of thing that I would want to do, yeah. AneurynPlays makes you do math to unlock one of the hidden animations on a character event costume. Wait, for real? I haven't played AneurynPlays in a while. Unfortunately, I'm currently in the realms of being considered a fake fan for AneurynPlays because I've loved the hell out of the game for years, but it's just kind of... I don't know. I just haven't had the time really to play it recently. And a lot of the stuff in AneurynPlays is kind of, you know, time specific, because everything happens in 2-week cycles. So I've kind of felt like I've been out of the loop, and yeah, I've just been kind of out of it recently. I don't know, maybe one day I'll come back to it. I do know at some point in the future I want to play AneurynPlays Crosswave on stream. I've got that on Switch, so I'll probably play that. Do you know what? If AneurynPlays came to Switch, I would probably play it more often. Because majority of the time, I don't even know where my phone is. I don't really use my phone. I've got, like, state-of-the-art, up-to-date... Well, it's not up-to-date. I think it's the 2024 Samsung. So it's not, you know, entirely up to scratch, but whatever. It's the 2024 Samsung. And I have a couple of games on there. I have banking. And that's about it. I can look at some of my emails. I can't look at all of my emails, but I can look at some of my emails. But that's pretty much all I use my phone for, is literally just emails and banking. Yeah. I am often walking around the apartment going, have you seen my phone? Because I just don't bother with it that much. I used to be really bad with my phone though. Like, I used to be on Twitter all the time, just doom scrolling. And I'm really glad that I got out of that, because I still use Twitter. I still actually like, or X, I guess. I still like X. I like the group of people that I follow. And there's a lot of good people on that platform that I enjoy talking to. I just don't have it in me to check it every 5 minutes like I used to. And that's probably for the best, you know? The whole doom scrolling thing is an absolute mind killer. Any sense of imagination or just positivity just goes out the window. It's horrible. And it's addictive. And I'm not entirely sure why, because you're not really getting any serotonin from it. So it's kind of... it's weird. Facebook is the one I like, the one I avoid because of doom scrolling. I never felt like I had that... excuse me. I never felt like I had that issue on Facebook. Yeah. I don't think I ever had that issue on Facebook. The issue I had on Facebook was there were a lot of fake people. And I'm sure there are fake people on X and Blue Sky and, you know, all of that jazz. But Facebook, I found just so many people who are absolutely fake. They would just use you, you know, to better themselves. Like, there were a load of people where there were some people which I had a disagreement with, right? All it was a simple disagreement. I figured that it wasn't a big deal, and I let it go. But, like, 5 or 10 years later, I can't remember what it was, but I remember it was like 2013 we had this disagreement, and it was only a few years ago, so maybe not quite 10 years, but like 7 years later, 7 years after this disagreement, they just randomly appeared on my profile on Facebook and just started posting DMs from 2013 about this argument we had. And I'm like, really? We haven't spoken in years. And you're tagging me in this thing to try and call me out for something which happened nearly a decade ago? What is the matter with you? I don't know. I don't understand people like that. Honestly, I genuinely don't understand people like that. It's... You know, if I've got some beef with someone, and... You know, I decide, okay, that's it. I've had enough. I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm cutting off communications. I cut off communications. I don't hold grudges. I don't have the mental facilities to hold grudges for that long. I don't care. After it's over, it's over. It's done. It's gone. I've removed myself from that situation. I don't hold on to a bunch of DMs and go, oh, remember when you said this? Remember when you said something that you don't agree with anymore? Yeah, I remember that. But it's surprising that you do. It's surprising that you felt the need to bring it up, you know? And I've mentioned this before. There is some massively cancelable material out there for me. There's a particular interview that I did years ago. I'm not going to go into like the reasons why I did this interview, but I did this interview and I didn't realize I was being played. And this guy we were talking to, I thought he was a friend. Like, genuinely, I thought he was a friend. He set me up with a bunch of statistics and talking points. And one of the things that he had said is that... Well, no, look, I'm not going to go into the details of it, but he gave me a bunch of statistics, talking points, and some things that were pretty political and pretty divisive. And when I started to bring up those statistics and those talking points, he was immediately shutting me down, saying, "Yeah, those are fake. That's false statistics. You're just believing what you've been told," and everything like that. And as soon as he started saying things like that, I realized that he had gotten me, and that was it, and I had been done. And I'm like, yeah, I was believing what I'd been told. I was believing the things that you told me. He was basically using me as a... He was using me as a way to make himself look not like a racist. And he had me repeating talking points that I didn't realize were bad. And so that he could turn around and defend people, you know. And I haven't spoken to him since. In fact, I haven't seen anything from him since. So I kind of hope he's off living a better life. But no, he really made me look bad in that interview. He completely destroyed me, because it wasn't until later on that I'd realized what it was that had been done as well. You know, I realized in the interview what he was doing, but I didn't realize how bad it was until afterwards. And I was like, oh my goodness, you played me like a fiddle. I don't understand people like that. Why would you use someone, make someone look terrible just for your own benefit, you know? It's kind of sad, isn't it? But that's the reason I've never had an issue with leaving Facebook. I've left Facebook multiple times. The only reason I've ever gone back to Facebook is because my family, my parents in the UK, they use Facebook. So it was just easier to be able to communicate with them. But nowadays I just use what's it called? WhatsApp. Yeah. I've literally got 2 people on my WhatsApp account, my mother and my father. You know, that's where we're at, you know. 2 people. But yeah. That's the issue I have with Facebook. It's just people seem so fake. They'll be a best friend one day and then they'll try to make you look like a racist so that they can call you out the next. When it's other random host crap on X, I can ignore it more easily. I more easily fall into the doom scroll trap on Facebook because I'm naturally more invested in people I know. That's a good point. Actually, that's true. I feel like that's maybe another reason why I gave up on Facebook, is because with Facebook, it's not about followers and people following you. It's friends and family and stuff like that. So you tend to be more invested. If someone is filling their feed with a load of crap that you don't want or you don't care about, and you don't want to be reminded of, and you don't want it to be on your feed 24 hours a day, it's a lot harder, I feel, to... One, it's harder to filter that stuff on Facebook, and 2, it's harder to say, I am done with this person. Because people tend to take it then more seriously. They tend to act like, oh, you've unfriended me on Facebook, that means we're not friends in real life. And yeah, I can completely understand what you mean by being invested. What I walk into, we're just talking about Facebook. Doom scrolling. But yeah, like on Facebook, I guess you're right in that sense. There's been a lot of people that I've followed, and then, you know, they kind of transitioned into talking heavily about politics. I was the same. I was the same once upon a time. I would be constantly talking about politics, and I'm glad that I'm out of that. I'm not in that that phase of my life anymore where I feel like I need to preach about political alignments and such. It's kind of nonsense, and all it does is really cause division between you and people who are genuinely trying to be your friends. So I try to avoid talking about politics when I can. But yeah, I understand what Kiko is what Kiko is saying there, at very least, that it's with X, it's like, it's not people that you know, and you can just unfollow them. With Facebook, they're quote-unquote friends, and if someone just keeps going on and on and on about something you do not care about, and they're posting about it 24/7, it's a lot harder for you to just go unfriend, because then they're going to be like, oh, you unfriended me on Facebook, what's the matter with you? Aren't we friends anymore? Well, yeah, but I just can't stand your constant rabbiting about this, that, and the other. I'm allowed to not, you know, I'm allowed to, what's the word, curate my own timeline, you know? You have a pretty small collection of people you follow. I've had a pretty large collection of people I follow on X. And occasionally I have to pass it down, because it's too much. I can't keep up with everyone, and there are people that I genuinely care about that I want to keep up with. People like Spacies, people like Moonrunner, people like Toploader. You know, I care about these people. Colonel Falcon is another one. These are all great Facebook. Sorry, not Facebook. These are all great X profiles that I recommend that you follow, especially if you're into things like retro gaming and game collecting and stuff like that. Definitely check out Spacies. Definitely check out Colonel Falcon. Definitely check out the Toploader. 3 amazing channels dedicated to collecting video games. And in fact, they've got YouTube channels. If you go to my homepage, oh no, I don't think it's there anymore. Actually, I had to remove it. But Spacies and Toploader both got YouTube channels as well. So I do highly recommend that you check them out, because they are really good channels if you're interested in things like retro gaming and video game collections. Spacies does a lot of his stuff over on X, though. He does like live streaming on X. That's interesting. It's not something I've ever really done. I've never tried it, but it looks functional. I don't know. There seems to be quite a delay when posting in the chat when streaming on X. Like, I was posting something on... I was posting something in the chat and it was coming up like a minute later. So, yeah, I think it still has some issues. It's got some teething issues. It's slowly working its way to being a thing. But, yeah. Apparently that's I might try to do something with X in the future. I don't know, though. I don't know. I haven't decided yet if I want to do something like that. But I've been thinking about it. Yeah, so just a reminder for today. Today is Thursday. This is going to be the last day of streaming for me. I'm not going to be streaming now until at some point next week. I might be able to do like a guerrilla stream or something, and just do like a recording off of my phone on a selfie stick, perhaps. I don't know. I haven't really decided yet what I'm going to be doing over the next few days. I don't know if I'll have time over the next few days because we're going to be moving. Hopefully the air conditioning will be installed as of tomorrow, and that means we can start moving into the new place, which is great. I am really looking forward to you know, a whole new place to live, a bigger place to live, a place that you know, something that can be a home for the next few years at very least, and a place where we might be able to save a bit more money, because the price where we are right now is through the roof. We're in one of the worst areas for crime, and the rent is ridiculous. I don't understand how they can get away with charging it. They claim it's for, because it's developing, you know, this is a developing area, that it's becoming bigger, that it's becoming more of a central location, it's becoming more of a town than it is just kind of a village. And that's the reason that they keep charging people ridiculous prices, because they think it's going to be a town. Not because it is a town, because it's going to be eventually. And so they're charging people high prices now to, I don't know, gentrify? Get the riffraff out? I have no idea. But they're charging people ridiculous amounts of money right now for living somewhere which is a high crime area. Yeah. I'm nervous to start the internet relocation process because I'm unsure if the aircon will be installed. At very least, we can wait until the aircon is installed before we do that. Seeing as I've decided already that, you know, the next 3 days are going to be up in the air, it's probably a good idea to just be like, okay, well, we'll make sure that the aircon is installed, then we'll do it. And as soon as the internet gets turned off here, that's when I'll move my PC. It means we might get an extra day of streaming out of it, but I can't say with certainty. I just know you have to stream on Tuesday. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's a good point. Oh. I do have a stream on Tuesday. We got the Switch 2 announcement on Tuesday. Oh, speaking of, there's going to be a Nintendo Direct at the end of this stream as well. So this stream is going to be ending at an hour early at 10:30, and then I'll come back at 11 and we'll look at the Nintendo Direct. So that's what's going to be happening tonight. If the Switch 2 Direct wasn't happening, I would have scheduled the relocation to take place tomorrow. And they won't do it over the weekend. Hey, that's not... actually, that's not a bad thing. Hang on. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Like I said, I want my PC to be either the first thing we move or the last thing we move. So, if we still have the internet here until Tuesday, that's fine. Yeah, that would be fine. So what we'll do is we'll move everything else and we'll just leave my PC here. So then if I need to stream at any point, or if I have the ability to stream, if I got the time to be able to stream over the next few days, I can still do some streaming. Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah, I think that makes things a lot easier if we just leave it until Wednesday to think about moving the internet. Yeah, that's probably fine. I'll say that you won't have time. No, I probably won't. I know that at very least I'm going to be taking tomorrow off because I do need a weekend at some point. But yeah, we do have a lot to box, so it's going to be busy for the next few days, that's for sure. But it's all going to be, you know, better for it in the end. We're going to be moving to a nicer place. We're going to be moving to a bigger place. We're going to be moving to a cheaper place. Means we can save some money. Means we can look forward to doing some more things in the future. I think overall, this is generally, you know, a positive move. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to some of the stresses that we've had here going away. Oh, oops. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. My PC might lag a little bit. Hang on. Accidentally clicked on Photoshop. No, just close. Oh, speaking of Sin Spacies, Spacies is actually streaming Xenoblade Chronicles right now. That's not me telling you to go watch him instead. That's just me saying. Alright. I think with that, we're going to call an end to this bit. I just wanted, like I said, just to remind everyone, we will be ending this stream a little bit early at 10:30, and then we'll be coming back at 11 for the Nintendo Direct, and this is going to be the last day of this week. So, yeah. Here comes the move. Not stressed at all. I can't wait to have a place to set up my sewing machine. I didn't think you had... Oh, you do, don't you? Down garage, yeah. You might want to check that, because it's been sitting in the garage for a while. It's been really humid. Yeah. Joe, I'm looking forward to having, just generally a bit more space. Like, this office is really cool and everything. I really like what I've done with it so far, but, having a slightly bigger room is gonna be huge for me. I'm looking forward to it. But yes, let us just, what are we doing? Playing Final Fantasy. I swear. Oh, right. I do need to explain a few things as well. I was going to dodge lightning. I was going to dodge lightning. We'll see that in just a moment. Alrighty. So, something that I want to let everyone know before we go any further. So you'll see this one here, Data 5. That's where I saved at Thunder Plains yesterday. What I ended up doing, though, is I went back to a previous save, and I started doing some side stuff. The reason I went back to a previous save is because we ended up pushing the story forward last night, when I wasn't really planning to do so. So instead of having the story being in yesterday's episode, I decided to go back to before we did that story stuff, and we'll continue the story when I continue streaming after the little break I'm going to have to move. Are you going to do the crater lightning trick? I don't know what the crater lightning trick is. You're going to have to tell me what that one is. Or do you mean the crater that has more consistent lightning? I might do. I don't know. We'll have to find out. At the moment, we're in Macalania Woods. I was looking for Owaka's brother. Like, that was the thing that I was doing. That, I came here and I'm like, where is Owaka's brother? He's supposed to be standing right here. But he isn't. And the reason is because, like I said, I went back to before the story pushed ahead. So, Owaka's brother doesn't appear here until after the conversation with Maester Micah. So, I guess I can't buy any of those 4-slot weapons. But don't worry, I will be. I will be buying 4-slot weapons, and I'm going to be making an amazing set of weapons for the rest of this game, for the future of this game. There's a spot, if you walk on it, lightning always strikes there. Oh. Okay. Okay, I wasn't aware of that. I know that JC was saying yesterday that there's a place where lightning strikes are more consistent, but I didn't know that there was actually a location that specifically has lightning strikes. I'll have to take a look at that.
Here we go.
So the plan is to just do the lightning strikes today, but if we do finish the lightning strikes, I'm gonna do some more of the side questing stuff. So I'm looking for a crater with lightning strikes in it. I guess I'll just walk over the craters until I find what I'm looking for. Oh, I'm still using the capture gear. Let's sort that out. So I've already gone up and down the Thunder Plains capturing monsters, but that's fine. I'll swap out these weapons. The weapon I want Waka to carry is... I hate that! That is so annoying! When you get out of a fight and it immediately hits you with lightning. That is so frustrating. So we're just gonna do a little bit of, you know, housekeeping. What am I doing? Going that way? Going that way. Where am I working towards? Magic break. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. Tidus is on Riku's circle. Okay. So I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna open up that level 3 lock. Power sphere. Okay, that's everyone sorted. I'm gonna give Waka his... which one was it? That one. Switch hitter, no encounters. There we go. So I shouldn't have to worry about encounters while I'm... Oh, excuse me. I shouldn't have to worry about encounters while I'm dodging lightning. What do you have to say, sir?
You heathen!
Oh, damn it. I shouldn't have said anything. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. This is a Dark Aeon. This is a Dark Aeon fight. What did I do?
Let's go.
Dark Athro. Yeah, I think it is. There he is. Oh, I knew it. Damn it. I oopsed. I may have to restart. Why is that kid sticking their tongue out? That's weird. Oh well. Yeah, that was quick, wasn't it? Crap. Oh no. Okay, don't talk to the soldier that's trying to get you. I just noticed he wasn't there before, and I thought, oh, I'll talk to him and see if he's got anything to give me. He did. A knuckle sandwich. Don't talk to strangers. Yeah, I'm not going to talk to strangers from now on. I know. I've learned my lesson. But the guy with the white van offered me candy. No, I didn't notice that it didn't have any windows, and there was a mattress in the back. We're gonna, we are gonna do the lightning today, though. Let's get back to where we were. We'll get there now. Okay. I'm gonna, yeah, we'll go to the Thunder Plains, and actually, I'll save when we get there.
Here we go.
Is 5 laughing? I thought that was go, go, go. Unless, what, it could be 5 for 5 is laughing at a different thing. Internet culture. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Oh, is it like the yeah? Okay. Oh, we'll try it again. Alright, so the first thing that we need to do is, actually, the first thing I need to do is redo the sphere stuff that I just did. Oh, no, oh, shit, went the wrong way. Alright, I'm just gonna have to go back, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, we'll just double back when we get some more points. Let's have a look. I want to change Wakka's equipment to the switch hitter down here with no encounters. And now we look for a crater. I'm not sure which crater it is, but apparently there's a crater that lightning strikes in it every time you walk over it. So yeah, don't worry about the lightning strikes that we're getting hit by along the way. That's not... Obviously, we're not trying at the moment. $255 HP 999 MP 999. I don't know what you're saying, Koopa. It looks like all of these craters you can't actually walk over. Oh, stat goals. Oh, I'm just playing through the game. I'm not actually like gonna 100% it or anything. Easy dodge 200 lightning strikes in Final Fantasy X. Go to the crater southwest of the travel stop. Oh, so south of travel stop. Oh, okay. Step off the edge and back on to trigger a guaranteed lightning strike repeating. Oh, well that's a lot quicker than just waiting for lightning strikes. Then it's just about getting the timing down. Oh, I guess it's this way? I love cheese. Normally I wouldn't, but honestly, I don't really want to spend 5 hours doing this. Oh, I can walk over this? No, I couldn't. Thought I could. Oh, is this the one? No. Oh, I think this is it. No. No. Oh, that's southeast. Hang on. That's southeast. I'm on the wrong side. Southwest. 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 There's a crater here. What's this? What's this up here? No. No. There's another save point. Even though I'm lactose intolerant. This is the edge of the Thunder Plains. This is like the... You posted in Discord? Oh, there's actually a Final Fantasy X thread to post in. Okay. Oh, that's further north than where I currently am. Oh, is it this one? I think it's this one. I think it's this. Yep, I think we got it. Okay. So I run away, run back. Oh, it didn't... Run down here, run up there, and run back. Okay. So I run down here, run up there, run back. So it's not perfect timing. It's not something that I can necessarily do repeatedly perfectly, but at very least I got a better idea of it. Now, do I remember... Is it pressing A or is it pressing B? Well, it's not A or B. It's not A or B. Okay, it's not Y. And it's definitely not X, because X does that. What? Why? None of the buttons are actually dodging. And now it's... Okay, now it's just not doing it. What's the button to dodge? Oh, there we go. It's A. Right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That one scared me because it didn't come straight away. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. Okay, we're at 10%. 21. 22. 23. 24. Back to 0. It's just like that, folks. It's just like that. Right, okay. Don't see, that's the thing that gets me. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. Almost missed that one too. 14. 15. Oh my goodness. It was just like, it was like a less than a second too long. And it got me. You get into this rhythm of running back and forth, and as soon as you stop running, you press the A button. It just gets into your brain that that's what you need to do. So as soon as I came to a stop, I pressed the A button, but it was before the flash, so I didn't do anything. Yeah. You have to make it back to the travel center up in Struck 2. Oh no. That's gonna be hard. How far away is the travel center? So if I just run from location, wait, is there anything behind you? No. If I just run from tower to tower, I should be okay. Oh, that's a big distance though. Eesh. That one's a dangerous one. That's a huge distance between towers. This, not so bad. That's not so bad. Oh look, there's a chest. Tired of being struck by lightning, feeling burnt out? Then come on in for a rest at the Bilgan Memorial Travel Agency. You'll feel refreshed in no time. Obtained an ether. You probably get 2 to 3 strikes on the way back. I think I could probably mitigate majority of the strikes on the way back by going from tower to tower. Ah, damn it. Okay. Oh, that's gonna be tough, though. Maybe I shouldn't worry about using the crater and try to do it a bit closer. I don't know. All right, we'll try it. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 8. Oh, you thought I had it that time. Alright, 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 alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh! Didn't go far enough. 19, 20, 21, 22. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna be doing this for the next 5 hours. No, I'm not even gonna be doing it for the next 5 hours, next 4 hours. I wasted an hour talking about stuff. Okay. 1. Right, okay, so I have to go further than these two. Yeah, I have to go further than these two little craters. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 'Oh, you're right. Yeah, I'm finishing early tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That came a little bit early. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, come on. I'm already getting tilted. I'm already getting tilted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 'I could have sworn I got that one. Oh, that was adding insult to injury. I could have sworn I gotten that one. What? 1. 1 lightning. Ha ha ha. That didn't go off. 2 lightnings. Ha ha ha. Oh, not 3 lightnings. Come count with me. Try that again. 1. Counting with AneurynPlays. 2. Do you reckon I could get my stream into the educational section of YouTube? 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Do. L. Deck. No, sorry, Deck L Do. I had them backwards. Oh, sorry. That's Do. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. Right, I'm gonna stand here for a second, take a breath, okay? We're gonna do it in sets of 20, so we just hit 20. Cool beans. Okay. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. %20 there. Wait, is that 20%? Yeah, 40 is 20%. Yeah, that's right. Back into the fray. 41. 42. 43. 44. Oh, you bastard. Oh, that hurts. that one was the best one we've done so far. Oh, man. I really am gonna take all night, aren't I? Yeah, I'm gonna be here all night. Oh well. You know what? I wish I was drinking. I wish I could drink. Because of the medication that I'm on, I actually can't drink. But I wish I had a couple of beers while doing this. This would make things a lot smoother. It would make it harder, but it would be smoother. Who the hell came up with the idea of dodging lightning 200 times in a row? That's ridiculous. Come on now. Bloody maniac is what they were. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. All right. So that's 20. I wonder what would be faster. Playing this game and trying to do 200 lightning bolt dodges in a row, or learning to program so that every time the screen flashes white, it automatically presses A for me. I think the second one might be quicker. I'll get on the phone to 𝗏𝗏𝗁𝗏. He's Australian as well. I'll just get on the phone to him and say, "Oi, can you make me a thing Oi, code bullet, can you make me a thing? Alright, so we're on 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. 42. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. 50. Quarter of the way there. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59. 60. 61. 62. 63. 64. 65. 66. 67. 68. 69. 70. 71. 72. 73. 74. 75. 76. 77. 78. 79. 80. Okay, I need to stop now. Need to stop now. Stressing out. 80. We're on 80. We got to 80. That's 40% of the way. Okay. Calm down. Don't stress out. That's the trick. 81. Don't do that. 82. 83. 84. 85. 86. 87. 88. 89. 90. 91. 92. 93. 94. 95. 96. 97. 98. 99. 100. Halfway there. Now I just need to do another one of them. Oh, my hands are so sweaty right now. This is surprisingly stressful because we've come so far, but it's not like returning to the lightning rod is actually saving my progress. Hang on a minute, let me turn the fan on. Oh, actually, hang on, be right back. I just learned that Kiko is playing Power Wash Simulator while I'm playing this. It's one of those, it's practice, okay? It's one of those games I never really understood, I'll be honest. Like, there's a lot of games like Power Wash Simulator. It's just, I suppose it's supposed to be just kind of relaxing, doing the whole cleaning thing, just getting every bit of grime, but I just look at it as like a chore simulator. That's literally what it is. It's like if I wanted to power wash something, I'd power wash the balcony, and I haven't done that in years. Alright, so we're on 100. No pressure. In fact, I'm gonna just put 100 in the chat, right? And we're gonna start counting from 1 again, because 101, 102, 103, 104, yeah, no, we're just gonna start from 1. You love Power Wash Sim? Okay, maybe it is like, is there more to it, or is it just like, it's just a, one of those things where you can just turn your brain off and just see something get clean? You make money. I mean, you don't. My wife is a huge House Flipper nerd. Oh, I know about House Flipper, and that's kind of based on that, that TV series, isn't it? Where people buy houses, renovate them, and try to sell them for more. And there's challenges to do it without wasting water. Oh, so there's like, so you've got like more of a casual mode where you're just cleaning, and then you've got mode with challenges where you need to use as little water as possible and stuff like that. Okay. I didn't think that there would be much more than that, but yeah, that doesn't sound too, you know, I think for me it would just be like, okay, yeah, I'm okay. I prefer to play my Final Fantasies and Legends of Zelda. There's a lot of cleaning and remodeling, painting. Yeah. Okay. I mean, like I've said before, I've got no I try my best not to shit on people for the things that they like, because there's always going to be someone out there that likes something that you don't, and, you know, my opinion is no better than theirs. So, you know, I've always said that to someone out there, like, I know what video games mean to me, and they mean a lot to me, you know, and video games have kept me going through some really dark times in my life. And I know what Legend of Zelda means to me. And I think about people who maybe weren't as privileged as I was growing up. Like, I didn't have an NES, but I did have an Atari. I had a Super Nintendo, and later on I had like N64 and stuff like that, PS2, and I think, like, someone out there, there's got to be someone out there who had a PlayStation, and, like, for the longest time, the only game they had was Bubsy 3D, right? And to them, that game means the world. It is probably one of the worst games ever made, but to them, that game is their childhood. And so, it doesn't benefit me anything to shit talk a game, but it could hurt someone else. I've got no... It is not... I've got no right to basically attack someone's childhood, you know? So, yeah. If people like Power Wash Simulator or House Flipper, that's cool, man. I hope you enjoy it to the fullest. I really do. There's the aspect of oh, that's the word I was looking for. Satisfying. Yeah. Not relaxing, but satisfying, yeah. Because you watch a clean car or house be revealed. Yeah. In water saving modes, you're weighing the thoroughness of your clean versus the cost of the water usage. So you might, like, skip a few of the less noticeable areas to do the overall outer aesthetic and make it look good. Okay. Interesting. Oh, also you gotta watch that you don't, you know, wash over the same location multiple times. Yeah, I can understand that. I can definitely understand that. Anyway, right, back to this. I'm on 100, but I'm gonna count from 1. So I'm definitely on 100, but I'm gonna count from 1 because saying 101, 102, 103, that's just a bit too much. I'm on 100. Okay. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. Okay. 60% there. 60% there. The only games you can judge are League players. Now, I mean... Look, I'm not going to say that you're wrong, but... I think that's more judging them for the way that they act when they play, rather than what game they play. Besides, there's always the exception that proves the rule, okay? Did you see that? Something flickered across the screen. I didn't like that. I don't want it to, I really don't want this game to glitch out before I reach 200. Oh. Oh, no, 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 no. The office light is flickering. Is there a storm? Is it like a real storm overhead? There's rain. Oh no, please don't. I hope the power doesn't go out. That's gonna be so frustrating if it does. Yeah, Roncini, I completely agree, because I was in... I've tried playing League, right? And I used to play Halo with some friends of mine, and we used to play online. And you know, there's always the shit talking in Halo lobbies. It's just it is the way, you know? Do you know the way? I know the way. Is shit talking in a Halo lobby. That is the way, right? I know the way. I was there. I was there when it started. I was there when it was written. And even still, I have not heard such vitriolic, hateful anger being levied at me than when I tried playing League. Aside from the fact that they were just people who were very, very angry, just screaming, you know, because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm literally in, I'm literally learning how to play, and there's people telling me that I suck and I should go back to playing, what was the game that they were saying? I should go back to playing, it was, like, it was one of those games that's like Nintendogs, you know? You should go back to playing like Nintendogs or something like that. And I'm like, okay, well look, these people are assholes, but I'm kind of enjoying the game. I don't fully comprehend it yet, but I'm kind of enjoying this game, so I'm gonna keep playing. And I played for like a month? It was a few weeks at very least. I played for a few weeks, if not a whole month. And there was one instance that made me go, that's it, I'm done. I've had enough. And I was on a team of randos, right? And you know there's 3 lanes. So usually you'd have like 2-1-1 or 2-2-2. Sorry, 2-2. And then you move from one lane to the other, right? And what we had was all 3 of the other team members were on the top row, and I was in mid, right? And all of the enemy team was coming down mid, and I was saying to them, they're all in mid, and they wouldn't leave top. All 3 of them, they would not leave top. And I was screaming, they're all in mid. Come down and protect. They're in mid. They're getting through. And I actually managed to push back a little bit. Didn't get very far, obviously, because I was just constantly being ganked by the same... But the entire enemy team was coming down mid, right? And I was the only one defending it, and they were all in top. And they weren't moving. They were just sitting at the halfway point. They were just sitting there waiting for them to come down. And they started having to go at me saying, you're just feeding the enemy. They weren't defending. They weren't doing anything. They just let everything through. And they were accusing me of feeding. I mean, I was. Obviously I was. Because I was literally the only person defending. I was the only person doing anything. And that was the moment that I realized that, wow, okay, no, I hate this game. I really don't like this game. I don't want to play this game anymore. It was that moment of realizing that they are yelling at me for doing something when they're just sitting around doing nothing. And I'm like, oh, okay. No, I figured it out. I know what kind of game this is. I'm not interested. Yeah. But it was definitely not for me. I tried playing Pokemon, what's it called? Pokemon United or something like that. Pokemon Unite? Because that's I figured that that would be oh boy, I figured that Pokemon Unite would be less toxic, and I figured, hey, I could give this a go. I'll have some fun with this. I genuinely don't get it. Honestly, I genuinely don't get it. Pokemon Unite just goes right over my head. There are many reasons why some of the VTubers I watch treat it as a guilty pleasure or unarchive their LOL streams. Yeah, that's right. I think a lot of people, obviously there are, like if you go to Twitch, League of Legends has got loads of people playing. Probably right now, the second, there's probably hundreds of people playing. But, it's such a toxic community, and unfortunately it's one of those kinds of games where you need to communicate. I don't think that you can really play League of Legends to any sort of a degree of competency without being able to communicate with your team. And when you've got a bunch of randos that are just screaming at you because they aren't winning and they just want to blame someone, that's the point where I have to go, do you know what? I don't need this. I don't need this in my life. I'll play something else. It's fine. I'm fine with playing Final Fantasy X again. I'm fine with playing Ocarina of Time again. Yeah. It's just one of those things, you know? I don't need that. I don't need that stress. If I'm playing games, I'm playing games to have fun. I don't want to be yelled at. And I also don't want to become someone that is yelling. That's the other thing. It's one of the reasons why I feel like I stopped playing Splatoon. And this isn't me just tooting my own horn here, but I am really good at Splatoon. Like, when I used to play I've got screenshots that I've got saved, where even when I was on the losing team, I still had the highest score overall. Personally. My personal score was higher than even the winning team. You know? Oh, I should say, higher than the members of the winning team. I'm really good at Splatoon. Splatoon is one of those games that I'm just really, really good at. And I would find myself getting angry when I felt like I was carrying the team. And I realized at that point that, okay, this isn't good for me. I'm getting stressed out. I'm not enjoying it as much as I should. And so I didn't want to become one of those, you know, one of those sweats, you know, who's constantly just going, oh, I need to be absolutely #1 the best every single time. And there was a particular game of Splatoon, Splatoon 3, that I was playing, that I was like, you know what, it's time for me to take a break. Because the enemy team, they just had this one guy that had a roller, and he was rolling back and forth in front of our base, and he was basically spawn camping us. So we didn't know where he was, and the way it went is like, everyone was trying to ink a particular part of the map, but the enemy team had covered the entire rest of the map. And there was 2 of us which were constantly being spawn sniped. As soon as we would get out of spawn, this guy would just pop up behind us and kill us. And there was nothing we could do about it. But this team, the rest of the team, the other 2 members, they were just dicking around at the top right-hand corner of the map, just trying to keep this one area splatted. rather than moving into other areas. And I was starting to rage. Like, I could see them on the map. They had been in the same place the entire game. I think they may have gotten splatted a few times, and then they ended up, you know, leaving the base and inking their way up to that same corner to try and defend that corner some more. But the rest of the enemy team, like the entire enemy team, was just like, well, if they want to stay in that corner, they can stay in the corner. And they did the rest of the map. We won, oh sorry, we lost like a huge margin. Like it was like 80-20. And the two people that seemed to actually know what they were doing, myself and someone else, we were just being not sniped, but spawn sniped. Like every time we'd come up, this guy would just pop up behind us and roll over us, and that was it. It was over. I think the rollers definitely have some balancing issues because, of course, they're like an instant kill. But yeah, because like the entire enemy, all of the area in front of our base was actually in the enemy colors. It's very difficult to make your way through. Like, you try your best to stay on your colors, but when you've got enemy ink literally everywhere, it can be so difficult. And as soon as you stand on enemy ink, you slow down. Which means that this guy with the roller can just come up behind us and roll over us again. It was crazy. It was not fun. I was starting to rage out in that one, and I could feel it, you know? And that was the moment that I'm just like, yeah, no, I can't do this anymore. There are many reasons why some of the VTubers I watch treat it as... Oh, no, I already read that, sorry. But yeah, I am actually really good at Splatoon. I haven't played it in a while, but I really wanted to play, like, the single player on stream. I just never got around to doing it. Maybe I will. Maybe I will in the future. I kind of expect that, you know, Splatoon 3 came out... a few years ago now. I kind of expect that in tonight's Nintendo Direct that we will see something about Splatoon. Like, oh, sorry, not tonight. Sorry, no. Tonight's not Nintendo Switch 2. It's the Nintendo Switch 1. I suspect that we'll see something about Splatoon next week. I don't know if they'll necessarily do a whole new Splatoon for the Switch 2, but they might do. We might see Splatoon 4. It'd be a bit quick be a bit of a quick turnaround for Splatoon 4. But from 2 to 3 was pretty quick as well, to be fair. We'll see. I'm kind of looking forward to figuring out what they're actually going to be doing. Alright. Where am I? 120, I believe? Whew. Okay. 121. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 140. Whew. Tell you what, the pressure is building. It's been nice to be able to chat about Splatoon and and League of Legends, because it like takes the edge off a little bit. I tell you what though, I wish that the week was a bit longer. I really do. I'm currently streaming 6 days a week. Well, not currently, obviously this week is just 4 days. But I'm currently the usual schedule for the week is 6 days a week. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I may have to tone that down. I've been thinking about it recently, but I think I'm gonna have to go back to 5 days a week. 3 on this channel, 2 on the other channel. And maybe in the next couple of months, if the other channel doesn't grow as much as I would like, I might have to move my Monster Hunter streams back here. I don't know. It's still one of those things where it could go either way, and I guess having 5 streams a week on one channel is more consistent than having 3 on one channel and 2 on the other. But 6 streams a week is what I'm currently trying to do, and I just feel like I don't have the time to play as many games as I would like. Like at the moment we're playing Final Fantasy X, and I would love to be able to play some more Zelda. Like, I want to play Ocarina of Time. I haven't played Ocarina of Time in a few years now. I would say like 2 years, perhaps. And I'd like to get back and play it. I got this whole setup done. I can't really show it to you right now, because... oh, I could a little bit. Hang on a second. So I got this whole setup done. Like this one, look. So I could fit the touchscreen in the bottom left-hand corner, and I'd have the game playing in the background there. Yeah, so I got this whole setup done ready to be able to play 3DS games on stream, and I have never used it. Like, that was one of the big things I was really excited for back in January. Was it January, or did I do that before January? I don't even remember. But I was really excited that I'd finally gotten a setup for playing 3DS games. And I've not played a single 3DS game on stream. It's I wouldn't say it's frustrating so much, it's just that I don't want to feel like I wasted my time, and obviously being something that I was really excited for, it's just disappointing, you know? It is a bit disappointing. Yeah, it is. It is. It's disappointing that I haven't gotten around to actually using it. And there's so many good 3DS games that I feel need a bit more attention, you know? Everyone knows of games like Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time 3D. Everyone knows about the Dragon Quest games that released on 3DS. Everyone knows about... Like, there's so many games that on 3DS which make it a really amazing system. But then there's a lot of games as well that I think didn't get the attention that they deserved. Games like Culdcept Revolt. Quest 64 went. I was planning on doing Quest 64, but we ended up playing Final Fantasy X instead. I was already planning to do it, and I was going to play it, but we went to Final Fantasy X instead. We will do Quest 64, but at the moment, the next 3 games I've got in mind are Suikoden next. Let's think. Suikoden, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and maybe Chrono Trigger. I haven't decided. I haven't decided exactly. I think it could be Chrono Trigger. We could potentially do like Quest 64 or Ocarina of Time or something like that. Like, Chrono Trigger is going to be relevant forever, you know? That's the kind of game that's never not relevant. One of the things I do want to wait for, though, is I want to find out whether or not Nintendo are going to be re-releasing new versions of Twilight Princess and Wind Waker. Like, that's kind of a big deal. Because I've already got, like, the Wii U, and I've got Twilight Princess and Wind Waker on Wii U, and if they're not looking like they're going to be coming out, I might just play them on the Wii U version. But, if it does turn out that the Switch 2 is going to get a Wind Waker HD remaster, like just an upscale of Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, I will obviously want to be playing them on the Switch 2. And, so a part of me has been saying, do I want to play these games now, or do I want to wait and see? And of course, that's not a particularly good mindset to be in, because you're sitting there thinking, oh, I can't wait. But if it never comes, then you never play it. That's kind of the same sort of mindset that I was going over and over in my mind about while I wasn't streaming. For the year that I wasn't streaming, I was just buying video games, thinking to myself, oh yeah, I can play that on stream. That'll be really fun to play on stream. And it's on the shelf. It may not have even been opened. You know, it might still be in the cellophane. I know I bought Hollow Knight. It's still in the cellophane. I think I have 3 games. There's probably a few more games on Switch that I've still got in cellophane, but out of the rest of my collection, I've got maybe 3 games that are still in cellophane, and they're probably never going to be removed. I've got, Mad World for Wii, and Trauma Center for Wii, and I think... oh, I think that's it, actually. I think it's just those 2. Yeah, I think it's just those 2. I thought Epic Mickey was still in the cellophane, but I don't think it is. Yeah. So I've got like 3 Wii games that are still in the Nintendo seal. You know, the seal where it's actually got Nintendo printed on the tear strip. Yeah. So I've actually got that, and... yeah. I have emulators. I don't need to take them out of their wrapper. So they're staying all wrapped up. But yeah, going back to 3DS, there's so many good 3DS games. Not so many good N64 RPGs. There's literally 3. Eiyuden Chronicle, Quest 64, and Ogre Battle. That's literally all of them. So I can't imagine we'll do many N64 RPGs, but I could probably do all 3 of them in one weekend. And honestly, Eiyuden Chronicle is not... oh wait, no, is it Eiyuden Chronicle? No, it's not. Eiyuden Chronicle is the new one. That's the good one. The N64 one is like Eiyuden Chronicle or something like that. Hang on. Eiyuden Chronicles. Yeah, it is. It's Eiyuden Chronicles. So that's not confusing at all. You've got Eiyuden on it. Cool. Please excuse my spelling. You got Eiyuden Chronicles on N64, spelt like that, and Eiyuden. I think that's how you spell that. Eiyuden. Eiyuden Chronicles. Eiyuden Chronicles, spelt like that, on Switch and Xbox and PlayStation. So Eiyuden Chronicles is made by the same creator that made Suikoden. So Eiyuden Chronicle is essentially a, are they dungeon crawl RPGs? They aren't. Neither of them are. Eiyuden is something, Eiyuden Chronicles is like a very, very primitive sort of open world RPG, kind of Skyrim-esque, but like on N64. Sorry. Why, Eiyuden Chronicle is essentially a spiritual successor to Suikoden. And it's made by this, it was originally made by the same creator, but unfortunately, the creator of Suikoden and Eiyuden Chronicle passed away, I think last year. Yoshitaka Murayama? Yoshitaka Murayama. Yeah. Yoshitaka Murayama. Sadly passed away before Eiyuden Chronicle released, I think. Yeah, he passed away in on the 6th of February 2024. Eiyuden Chronicle came out 2 months later. So sadly, he missed the launch of his final game. He also made Alliance Alive, which was like a spiritual successor to early Saga games. Specifically, I think it was like Saga 3. No. I guess it would be more like Saga 1. Romancing Saga 1. He did a lot of really amazing games, honestly. There was one of his games I wasn't a big fan of. Oh wait, no, correction. That's not true. He made Alliance Alive. I thought he also made Legend of Legacy, but that wasn't him. I think it's the same team, but he wasn't the lead on Legend of Legacy. Yeah, it was the same team. It was the same team that made Legend of Legacy on 3DS. They made Alliance Alive, but Alliance Alive was being led by Murataka. So, yeah, Alliance Alive is way better than Legend of Legacy. But yeah, very, very sad. Like Eiyuden Chronicle, it's got its issues, but from what I understand, a lot of people really enjoy the game. It's a really fun game. It's a good RPG. Definitely has that feeling of Suikoden. In fact, 𝗬𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂 friend of the channel, friend of mine, he did a video recently, which was called, This Is Just a Tribute. And it was talking about homages to older games, and he mentioned Eiyuden Chronicle because one of his favorite games of all time is Suikoden 2. In fact, I think that is his favorite game of all time, is Suikoden 2. And I completely understand, like, the Suikoden series is fantastic, and I'm looking forward to playing it. I played a little bit of Suikoden 2. I haven't played Suikoden 1 at all. So when I do get to play it, it will be the first time for me. Alright. The day after Suikoden 1 and 2 came out, I turned my Switch and saw him playing. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, absolutely. Yeah. He jumped straight onto that. And why wouldn't he, at the end of the day? It's great to have those games released properly, officially, in the West. I think Suikoden, the first Suikoden game, had, was that ported to PlayStation? Because it was originally a Super Nintendo game, but it didn't release in the West. JC, I think you know more about that than me. But yeah, okay. Let's. I've calmed down. I've chilled a little bit. Let's get back into this. We're at 140. Fingers don't fail me now. 41. 42. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. Thought I missed that one. 50. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59. 60. 160. 40 to go. 61. 62. 63. 64. 65. 66. 67. 68. 69. 70. 71. 72. 73. 74. 75. 76. 77. 78. 79. 80. And after this, I need to get back to the bloody, the midway stop point. I'm dreading that. If I get hit by lightning on the way back, I'm gonna be so pissed. My hands are so sweaty as well. I could feel myself really tensing up while I was doing those last 20. Okay. 180? Oh, 180! So, okay. Anyone play darts? Anyone keep up with the darts? I don't really keep up with the darts. My parents used to keep up with the darts, and it was the only, for the longest time, it was the only sport on British television where the participants were allowed to drink alcohol. And it was like a special thing where, I think it was the players complained because what they had done is they had tried to ban the drinking of beer while playing darts. And the players complained and they're like, no, well, we just won't play then. Yeah, it was, for the most part, it's a legal requirement that you can't have alcohol on primetime television in the UK, or it was for a while at least. but it was kind of hypocritical in a way, because you could show people being in a bar drinking, but you couldn't actually have someone actually drinking alcohol. And so, like, you could watch, like, Coronation Street or something, and they go into the pub, and they have a pint, you know? And that was fine, because it wasn't real alcohol. But you couldn't have the darts players drinking a pint while playing darts. So a lot of them complained. And they're like, well, fine, we won't play then. And I believe it got reversed. I might be wrong, but I believe it got reversed. And they are still allowed to drink beer while playing darts. Which I think that's kind of cool. Because it's kind of, you know, darts has never been, I mean, it is obviously considered a sport. But darts is a pub game, you know? It's what you play in the pub. It's not something that you... It's not something you get, like, really focused in on. You're playing darts every single day and your arm swells up, so, you know, because you're playing darts every single day and you're practicing and you're perfecting your art and all that. It's not like Olympic shooting. Oh my goodness, half the gear that they wear and the stuff that's on the bows for Olympic shooting it just makes me laugh. It's like you give them a real bow, a bow that doesn't have all these extra weights and all of these targeting mechanisms and balance points and all this sort of stuff. You give them a real bow, they wouldn't know where to start. Yeah, so darts is definitely, it's a pub game. Even though there are people that consider it a sport, even the people that consider it a sport still turn around and say, yeah, but it's a pub game. We should have peanuts and we should have beer while playing darts. That's just the way of it. That's where it started. That's its origins. That's its roots. So my grandparents used to like watching the darts. I think my father used to watch the darts sometimes, but it was mostly like my grandparents. And I don't know, it's kind of fun. Just kind of nostalgic, just thinking about it. It's not something I necessarily look into. It's not something that I watch. But it is something that's a little bit nostalgic for me, just thinking back to my grandparents. Alright. 180. 181. 82. 83. 84. 85. 86. 87. 88. 89. Oh, that scared the shit out of me then. Alright. 90. 91. 92. 93. 94. 95. 96. 97. 98. 99. 200. Okay, 200 in a row. Done. Done. 200 done. Alright, I'm putting my control down for a second. 200 lightnings. Done. Oh, alright. A school teacher that won silver last year by walking in with no gear and just blew away the top. Absolutely, yeah. The the shooter, the no shooter, you're not allowed to use that word, the marksman. The marksman last year was incredible. He really did make everyone else look like a fool. Like, everyone's wearing all this ridiculous gear, and they've got the one eye covered by a special, basically it's a piece of paper with a crosshair on it, so that you can see the crosshair with one eye, and you can see the target with the other eye, and when, you know, the two intersect. I reckon that's cheating, but there we go, that's just me. Yeah. The shooting poses as well, they're so ridiculous. I tell you what, though, I would, if you're interested in sport shooting, actually, let me write 200 a second. If you're interested in sport shooting, one that I would look into is, like, speed 6 shooting. So, like, revolver shooting. It's really good. I've been watching a bunch of it. Occasionally, it was coming up in my list of, you know, shorts and things to watch. And there was this, like, 15-year-old girl, and she was absolutely amazing. And, like, I've seen people, I've watched videos of people fanning a revolver, and it's hard. It's not, like, you see it in, like, movies, and you see it in, like, video games, like, McCree in, oh, he's not called that anymore, is he? But in Overwatch, right? You get that thing, oh yeah, fanning. Fanning is so easy. It's not. I have seen people doing first-time fanning, and they have torn up their hand something horrible. Because your gun needs to be in at a point where you can fan it, but also your hand needs to be conditioned for it. You still don't know why he was renamed? He's renamed because apparently the guy he was named after, one of the developers, his name was McCree, which is what he was named after, apparently did some not so great things in Blizzard. You know, he was a part of the big Blizzard call out. You know, a lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people were yeah, a lot of people were called out for doing some pretty heinous stuff, right? And he was one of them, so they renamed the character. I think that's fair. At first I thought it was a bit silly to rename a character just because it's got the same name as a developer. You don't necessarily need to make it so that you could just say that's what he was called. You didn't need to, you know, acknowledge the connection between the character and the developer. So I think the whole situation was kind of silly, but knowing why McCree was renamed, I understand. I do get it. I'm not unempathetic towards the situation. But it just, the whole situation of calling a character after one of your developers is kind of silly, because even when the character, if the developer just leaves, if they leave on poor terms, you know, that's leaving yourself open to a lot of criticism. It's leaving yourself open to a potential lawsuit if that you can prove that the character was based on you. So I think that's just a terrible idea in general. And I mean, like, we've mentioned this before, but Kiko and I used to make webcomics back in the day. And one of the issues that we would consistently end up having trouble with is people who were a part of the creative team leaving. Like, many times we had to restart our stories because it included the characters of the because that's what it was. It was ultimately supposed to have been a story about us as a community, right? And I'm not just referring to the Communities comic that we were doing, for anyone who still remembers that. But, like, it was supposed to have been a community of creators that worked together to make this thing. you know? And we all had our own character. And we wrote these stories based on our characters. But like every time someone was like, oh, do you know what, I'm not into this anymore, we would have to remove that character. And that meant like loads of redrawing of comics. That meant cutting out story beats. And it was just something that didn't work. So eventually we kind of went, alright, fine, we're not doing this anymore. We're gonna focus on like the 3 main characters, which was myself, Kiko, and our friend Stefanos. And another friend of ours, Gibbo. Because these were people I could trust. Oh, and there was also another one, Slightly Above Average Men, who I could trust. You know, these are people that I could trust implicitly. That even though they weren't necessarily a part of the creative team anymore, they were people that had already said, you can keep using my characters. It doesn't matter. It's fine. We're okay with this, you know? So that is something that I quickly learned, is that even if you think that you have a good group that you're working together with, people that you like, people that you love, people that you want to do creative things with, it doesn't mean that they will always feel the same way. And I think that was the biggest issue with what was happening. And I know full well that one of the people became extremely bitter and started shit-talking me on other forums. But that's fine. I know that's fine. You know, I don't hold a grudge. I definitely could have done things differently. I definitely could have done things better. But at the end of the day, it became a real issue that people would keep pulling their permission to use those characters. And it was so disappointing. It was so disappointing. And it ended up really killing my desire to make more comics. And eventually I kind of shifted the focus of our website at the time from comics to reviewing comics. And so we used to review like DC comics and stuff, and more broadly into reviews in general, like reviewing anime and stuff like that. Honestly though, I think that was a mistake. Like, looking back on it now, I really do think it was a mistake. If I knew now, if I knew then what I know now, I would have just, you know, wrung my hands of the situation and started over. And I would have continued on the comic path, because I really enjoyed writing comics. And these days, because my interests lie elsewhere, because I'm more of a gaming guy than a comic book guy these days, and certainly not a webcomic guy, even when I put the effort in to write comics and things, I just can't. I just don't have the time. Like, after tonight's stream, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go to bed. You know? I'm gonna maybe have something to eat, and then I'm gonna go to bed. And I don't really have the time to sit down and write, especially after my stream. Like, if I was able to wake up earlier in the day, which I can't, I'm basically nocturnal. If I was to wake up earlier in the day, then I would probably have some time and motivation to be able to do something creatively. But after the stream, when Kiko's gone to bed and I'm up, I've just finished the stream, so I'm trying to cool down, I'm trying to turn myself off. I'm no longer being an entertainer, I'm just being myself, sitting down. You know, I'm trying to chill, I'm trying to relax. And unfortunately, it just means I don't have the motivation to do anything when a stream is over. I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually, because I am also working very, very slowly on doing some videos for... Can you please? Thank you. I am working on some videos for this channel and for the Monster Hunter channel very slowly. But it is something that's going to happen. It is something I'm working on, and I'm hoping that I'm going to have time to do some recording before streams in the future. Because I really don't want to... The one thing that I'm always concerned about is trying to do a recording while Kiko is in bed, because I don't want to wake her up, obviously. But yeah. Then there's me. I was burnt out on drawing consistently, and then scrapping the cycle really harmed my love of drawing. Yeah, it did. Like, Kiko does all the art for this channel. I say, like, obviously I do the graphics, so I do the overlays and the texts and stuff like that. Kiko does all the art, so she draws my character. She didn't draw the chocobo, that's official artwork. But Kiko draws my character. She draws any other art that I might want. She drew the thumbnails for the Yars Revenge streams. Actually, I would like to get another one of those. I'd like to get another Yars Revenge thumbnail, please. But yeah, it really killed her desire to draw things, and so she's kind of just been trying to get back into it very slowly. And I would like to do comics again. I really would. I would like to have them based on you know, the character that I portray now, and more of a gaming related theme than a fantasy story. But I still got the fantasy story up here in my head. Commissioning Kiko for Yars art. Thankfully, the fact that she's my wife means that I literally have to transfer $40 out of my account back into my account. So, yes. So it's basically, yes, commissioning, but the money goes straight back into my account. Alright, so I need to make it across there. He pays me in head pats and fried chicken. That is true. Yeah, I do. So I'm going to wait until this lightning... See how that lights up? I'm going to wait till it lights up, and then I'm going to run across. And hopefully not get struck by lightning, because I've hit 200 now. Go. Oh, no, 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 no. No! No! God damn! I went the wrong direction. I went the wrong freaking direction. Are you kidding me? Oh, shit. You can get 200 and fail? Thank goodness for that. Okay. Oh my goodness, because I think it was JC said that you have to make it there without getting hit. Look at that. All the way. All the way. Even several bouts of electrocution won't keep you down. For your admirable display of courage, the Bilgan Memorial Travel Agency confers upon you the Fighting Spirit Award. Obtained an elixir. You dodged fight. Oh! You didn't say that? Oh, it wasn't you then. Sorry, mate. Let's have a look. I may have misread you, man. I may have misread something. Oh, no, no. It was Ron Cheney said you have to make it back to the travel center without getting struck. It was me. Yeah, you lied. Okay, 2x potions. I hope so. Well, I'm getting all these you dodge 10 in a row things, so this is it. Nah, no, it's fine, dude. It's all cool. MP spheres, nice. 50 in a row. Strength spheres, ooh. Oh, those would be useful. You've dodged 100 lightning bolts in a row. HP spheres, those are also going to be very, very nice. Very nice. I could actually put the strength spheres and the HP spheres on Kimahri's circle in the center of the board, because I'm kind of guiding all of the characters back to the central circle. So, that'd be pretty good. The Bilgin Memorial Travel Agency is proud to honor you with this prize. Mega elixirs. Nice. Amazing, you've dodged 200 lightning bolts in a row. The Bilgin Memorial Travel Agency is proud to honor you with this prize. There it is, the Mars Sigil. We got it. We got it, folks. And it didn't take me 4 hours. It only took me 2. It only took me 2 hours to do it. Amazing. Oh no, I'm quite proud of myself for doing that. I hate the lightning in this game. It only took half my life off. Yeah, actually, let's have a look. Did I get hit by... So you don't actually get injured for being hit by lightning. Oh my goodness. Okay, can I open this again? No? 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 Okay. Is there prizes for doing more than 200? I think what made you misremember was me telling you there was a certain location where you could have more consistent strikes. Yeah, you told me about that yesterday. And Roncini told me earlier as well. I don't believe there is. There is. That's what we just did. If you leave the lightning planes, you lose the combo. Oh, right. No, you don't get damage from it. No. Yeah, imagine if you did get a game over from being struck by lightning, I'd be so pissed. Like, even if it just knocked you down to like 1 HP, that would be fine, I think. Because they used to. Old Final Fantasy games, like the original Final Fantasy, if you were poisoned, you'd still be poisoned while you're walking around the overworld. So you'd slowly lose... Oh, you don't believe there's a prize beyond 200. Right, fair enough. Cool. Well, that's the Mars Sigil done. I may as well go and do something else now. I still got an hour to go. Oh, hour and a half even. Let's see, what should we do? Let's have a look at what key items we've got. So we've got the Moon Crest and the Moon Sigil. We don't have the Mars Crest. Hold on. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Mars Crest. Where the heck is the Mars Crest? I know it's in a different place. I know that they changed the names on them. Like, the Mars Crest was the one that was in the locker in the Luca Stadium, but it's now the Mercury Crest. So they changed them. They changed the names of them. They swapped them around. So looking up a guide for the Mars Crest is like, I have no idea. You're playing Pixel Remaster right now. The poison is so annoying. I played the Pixel Remaster of Final Fantasy 1 recently, and I gotta be honest, I wasn't impressed. I didn't like it. They fixed a bunch of the bugs, but they introduced a bunch of stuff which I really dislike. Like, one of the things, for example, is in the original Final Fantasy, if you used a sleep spell or a darkness spell, it would be guaranteed to last at least 1 turn. In the Pixel Remaster, it isn't guaranteed to last 1 turn. So you could literally put someone to sleep, and they will. You could put a monster to sleep, and it will immediately wake up. And that sucks. That really sucks. The other thing as well is they don't have icons to tell you that the monster is asleep. They don't have a way of telling you, oh yeah, this monster is blind, this monster is asleep, or what have you. It's just, you cast the spell, your guess is as good as mine. I like when my team wakes up instantly from sleep. I guess, but it, like, so I always used to play as, the team I usually use is a red mage, a warrior, a red mage, a black mage, and a white mage, right? And I like, what I usually do is I have all the attacking spells on the black mage, all the healing spells on the white mage, and all the quote-unquote grey magic, so like, buffs and debuffs on the red mage. So I'm really big into status effects. I really enjoy using status effects, but it just felt like they were completely pointless. I don't think I used, I got about, I don't think I used a single status effect spell after I got to the Dwarves Cavern. I don't think I used a single status effect magic after that. I tell you what is, though. I tell you what is probably my favorite, not probably, what is definitely my favorite version of Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy Renaissance. It's a fan-made game, built from the ground up, fixes all the mistakes, keeps all of the extra content, adds a bunch of new content, like hidden super bosses and stuff like that, and adds a ton of new classes. And it is entirely free. I have a playthrough of me playing Final Fantasy Renaissance on this channel, and I highly recommend, if you don't watch it, in fact, I would rather that you didn't. I'd rather that you go and you play your own version. So look up Final Fantasy Renaissance and try that one out, because it is genuinely an incredible upgrade on Final Fantasy 1. Highly recommend it. I can't recommend it enough. I still hate that they removed the added content from the other releases. They say they did that to give people an experience of playing the original, but like you're saying, they made changes anyway. Yeah, they absolutely did. They made so many changes to the game that the reason that they did it, let's be real. I was under the impression that the reason that they removed the extra content was because they were going to sell it to us as DLC. But I don't think the Pixel remasters sold as well as Square Enix were hoping for. In fact, we know full well that they said that they weren't happy with the sales. I watched one of their end of financial year conferences, and they were saying like how terrible it sold. So any future plans that they had for the Pixel Remaster series was removed. And I think a big part of that was going to be DLC. And I like, it would have pissed me off to have to pay for DLC for games that should have been complete. Square Enix hasn't said they're happy with any sales like ever. Recently, yes, that is true. More recently, that's true. Like, they weren't happy with the sales of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth either. But, it's because they're overcommitting. Like, they overprice the game. No, sorry, they don't overprice the games. That's the wrong word. They overcommit resources to games. So they end up on the verge of going bankrupt, like, every time they make a game. And to them, the Pixel remasters were going to be a very cheap, easy game to make, and that they could probably milk it. But it didn't sell well. And even when they usually sell, even when they usually say things like, oh yeah, well, it didn't sell well, and, you know, you can take a you could take it with a grain of salt and go, yeah, well, your expectations for these games were completely ridiculous to begin with. But when it came to the pixel remasters, their expectations were really low. Their expectations were really low, and they still didn't meet expectations. And so they kind of decided that they weren't going to do anything more with the pixel remasters, and I genuinely believe a part of it was going to be a big DLC push to add all of the removed content. I genuinely believe either that, or they were going to do like an Ultimate Edition, and the Ultimate Edition would have all the DLC, not DLC, it would have all the extra content back in. I think the most screwed up thing they did was take 1 to 6 off of oh yeah, exactly. They removed it from every single platform. They removed it from they removed their games, the original versions of the games, from every single platform that they still had access to, and then they said you have to buy these versions. The pixel remaster versions are not the best versions that they've ever made. I especially do not. I'm especially not that big of a fan of what they did to Final Fantasy VI, because Final Fantasy VI has a different art style, and they made it look like all the other ones. They made it bright. They made it very pastel colors. Final Fantasy VI is supposed to be dark. The only thing I can think of is some new developer that really has no idea what they're doing took a look at the game and went, oh, the main villain's a clown, let's make this happy. Yeah, no, you don't understand. You don't get it. Final Fantasy VI is meant to be dark. It's meant to be grimy. It's steampunk fantasy. And it's a world that, well, I'm not going to go into it because we're going to play Final Fantasy VI at some point in the future as well. But I sure as a shit ain't playing the pixel remaster on stream. I'm playing the original SNES version. I'm playing the original SNES version on stream. Not a chance in hell I'm playing the pixel remaster on stream. I do have the pixel remasters. Yes, I am a total cuck. I did rebuy the pixel remasters, the full collection. I did. But to give you some idea of my thoughts and feelings on the pixel remasters, I bought the entire pixel remaster collection and forgot to download them. I only found out that I had bought them like 2 months ago, and that's when I remembered, oh, I apparently bought these. So yeah. Really low expectations of a few million sales. I think what they were planning for was like 1 million sales. I think that's what their goal was, and they didn't get it. I think it was 1 million. I don't think they never outwardly explained what it was. They never told us the number. That's the thing. They never do. But they said it was that the expectations were low, and so I was thinking, okay, 1 million sales. And they didn't meet 1 million sales, which kind of sucks. But at the same time, I think a lot of fans of the original Final Fantasy games, as they were when they released, are not fans of the pixel remasters, or at very least they accept them with a grain of salt. They take them and they're like, yeah, okay, this is a new version, whatever. But I still believe that like the best version of Final Fantasy VI is probably the DS version. Was it the DS version? No, probably the Game Boy Advance version. The Game Boy Advance version has a lot of extra content. Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing. Joseph, talking about adding and removing content and saying they wanted it to be you know, they wanted people to have the experience of the original games. They completely changed the scene for the opera sequence in Final Fantasy VI. Now, don't get me wrong, I like what they did, but there was no way they were going into that thinking, oh, this is going to be the original experience. Because they turned it into a HD 2D sequence. And don't get me wrong, it is beautiful. It is stunning. Like, I would say look it up if you already know about the sequence. It is a beautiful scene. But it's not original. Not by any stretch of the imagination. The biggest one for extra content, I think, is 4. Normally, when you're able to go to the final dungeon, every character is still alive, gather in one place and cheer you on. Really? In GBA and PSP, at that point, you can character swap. But you can't character swap in the Pixel Remaster? Wait. Wait. They whoa, they changed that. They made it so that you couldn't. No way they changed that. No character swap in That's so stupid. I think they did. I think that change was in the 3D remake as well. But that's still stupid. They should have made a 1-6 definitive edition or a classic edition. I completely agree. Honestly, I don't think that they should have changed the graphics. You know, hang on. Here's me. I'm not a graphics guy, right? I don't really give a crap about graphics. I like gameplay, and I like story. Those are like the two most important things in a video game for me. Is the gameplay has to be good, and if I'm playing an RPG or an adventure game, the story has to be good. I don't really care about graphics. Graphics have never bothered me. I still play Atari 2600, right? I don't care about graphics. That's stupid. It's stupid that they didn't do a definitive edition, right? That they didn't do a proper definitive edition. And even if they did, I don't think they should have changed the graphics. It should have remained the 8-bit graphical style of Final Fantasy. Like, I like what they did with 2. Don't get me wrong. I do like what they did with 2. They made the characters actually look like the characters. That was cool, right? They actually used the character designs that at Sakaguchi. Was it Sakaguchi that did that one? Who was the character designer for 2? Final Fantasy 2 character designer. Oh, that was Amano. Of course it was. He's way before Sakaguchi. Yoshitaka Amano. Yeah, so he used they used Amano's artwork to make the new sprites. I like that. I like that they did that. That to me is definitive. That's definitive edition content right there. Changing the Final Fantasy VI sprites to look like other Final Fantasy games, that's bad. That's not definitive edition, that's taking away. But, yeah, JC, I would suggest looking it up. Let me see. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. Pixel Remaster Opera Scene. Yeah, so you can see the full, there are people that have uploaded the full opera sequence, and you can see it, and don't get me wrong, I think it is gorgeous. I think it is beautiful. But I don't... It's clearly they're not trying to appeal to that original experience feeling. They're not. So the fact that they used that as an excuse for not including the content, the additional content, is just them lying. Let's be real. That's just a lie. And considering they were talking about additional content for the Pixel remasters, I'm assuming they were gonna do DLC to turn it into the definitive edition, and I think that's been abandoned now. Is this sounding more like what Square Enix did to the PSP in SO1? Actually, it's I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong about this, but I think they used a 3D model for the opera scene in Final Fantasy VI on PlayStation. I'm just PS1 opera scene. Oh no, they didn't. I thought it was the PlayStation version where they added a 3D model of the castle. Maybe it's not the. Maybe it's not that one then. Maybe it's not the PS1. It might be PSP version. I don't know. I know that they included a 3D model in one of the versions, but in the new version, it's a HD 2D thing with a 3D background, and like I love it. I genuinely do, but it's not original experience, is it? Let's be real. Let's be honest. It's not original experience. The poor teats of the FFCO. They're just milking their prize heifer to death without a care in the world for its legacy and life going forward. I agree. I agree. I completely agree. It's one of the reasons that I want to get into video game making, is because I want to make JRPGs. I want to make classic JRPGs again. 2D graphics. Basically the original, like everything from Final Fantasy up to Final Fantasy 6. I just want to make more of those, because that's where my love of JRPGs lies. That's something that I want to do. That's the experiences I want to try to make more of. I think I emulated the Star Ocean 1 before PSP version was a thing. Yeah, I think a lot of people did. I don't think, was Star Ocean even available before the PSP version in the West? I know that the new version, that there's a new remake or remaster or whatever it is on Switch. I have no idea if that's any good, but if I do play one, I'll probably Star Ocean 2 and 3, they were the only ones that were released in the West. And then the PSP version was the first one that they released, first time they released SO1. Yeah, like there are so many games that we didn't get to play. Like, the Saga games, I played Saga games and it was like a rough translation when I originally played Saga. And then I discovered that Final Fantasy Legend is the original Saga game, like the first one. And you know, I had that. I've still got it. It's still boxed. I'll post a picture of it, but I've still got it boxed copy of Final Fantasy Legend on Game Boy, and that's the original Saga game. And I love the Saga series. I think Romancing Saga, honestly, I'm gonna be controversial here. I think Romancing Saga is better than Final Fantasy. Specifically, Romancing Saga 2, I think is way better than Final Fantasy. But don't worry, I have plans to play Romancing Saga as well. I'll be doing that at some point in the future. Alrighty. Let's think. What can I do next? What should I do next? I could get the rest of the sigils. I still have the Mars crest to get, and I don't remember where that is. One thing I do need to get is, a means of using the weapon skill 𝗦𝘄𝗶𝗁𝗍, because I do need to get a lot more gold. I need a lot more money if I'm going to buy like a whole stack of 4-slot weapons. That's gonna take some serious doing, because they're 100,000 gil each. And I need multiple for each character to be able to do all of the elemental weapons. So that's going to be tons of grinding. Alright, let's do the sigils. Not sigils, sorry. Let's do the that crest, because I've still got one crest, the Mars crest. So which one's the Mars crest? Does anyone remember which where the Mars crest is? If not, don't worry about it. I can always look it up. Let's be honest. At this point in the game, we're doing lots of like detail. Oh wait, we gotta do the cactuar stuff as well. Let's do the cactuar stuff. Change my mind. Let's do the cactuar stuff. So I need to go all the way back to the... I don't remember how to do this. I think I gotta, like, click on all of the cactuar statues. And... Oh, pfft. I think that's what you gotta do. You gotta... Goodness sake, I'm trying to concentrate on talking. Could you not? I think you gotta click on all of the cactuar statues, in order to get that side quest done. I might be wrong. There's that one I'm just lit up there. So let's save here. Now that we've done it, let's save just in case, right? Let's save so I don't have to do 200 bloody dodges again. Right, so this is the end of the Thunder Plains. Was the Mars Crest at the end of Mihen High Road? It used to be.
What business have you here?
You want to start something?
No. Wait. That's story. I don't want to do story. I don't want to do story. I'm glad I saved. I don't want to be doing any story stuff today. The Mars Crest was at the end of... No, Mars... They changed the names. Yeah, I know. It was the Saturn Crest at the end of Mihen High Road. If I remember correctly. Because I remember collecting it, and at the time, I didn't really question it. I just collected it, and I was like, oh, Saturn Crest. Huh. And I didn't question it, because I was like, I don't think the Saturn Crest was supposed to be there. And later on, I discovered I was right. Alright, so don't leave the Thunder Plains. cats. Oh, for goodness sake, I literally just started. Chill, game. Alright, let me see if I can get a, let me see if I can get a map of actual... all the positions of the cactuar statues. Oh, not the village of cactuars, not the Snubia Desert one. No, 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 that's not what I'm looking for. No, I'm looking for the Thunder Plains one. That's the wrong one. Or is it the same one? Is it like the same story? Is it, sorry, the same quest? My memory is not on my side today. Cactuar stones. Okay, so let me see if I'm... If you pray to 3 stones as they're glowing... to activate a random appearance of groups from 1 to 3 cactuar fiends. This also activates the appearance of the cactuar ghost in the South Thunder Plains area, which if followed will lead you to a broken lightning tower. If one prays at the broken tower, a treasure chest will or weapon will appear. Depends upon where you are in the game when you pray, which will provide one of 3 item pieces, which when combined will produce Kimahri Celestial's weapon. Alright, okay. Okay, so this is one of the Celestial weapon things. Okay, so I don't need to do all of them, I just need to do 3 of them. Oh, there's a chest behind there that I didn't see. Oh, for... Come on, game. Ooh, 5,000 gil. Wait, was that 5,000 or 50,000? I shouldn't have just clicked off that, hey. I think it was 5,000. Cactuar statues. I could have sworn there was more than one in this area. I think there's more of them in the top area anyway. But, yeah. I guess they're easier to see when they're glowy. Like, there's one right there, and there's one over to the right, look, as well. Oh, there's 2 up this way. Oh, this one keeps jumping from one to the other. No. Stop it. Oh, it stopped. Oh, there we go. Okay. I thought it was gonna have a problem there. So that's 2. Damn it. I'm missing it like every time now. Don't you try it. Oh, there's another chest. Oh, there's another chest. Brilliant. 2,000 gil. Now, I'm pretty sure if I go over this hill, that's Makalani, I was correct. Okay, then. Okay, so I'm just kind of hoping that one of these stones, like, lights up. I don't know if I've done this wrong. Because the thing that I just read said that you gotta pray to 3 of them. But I've only found 2. Well, when I prayed to them, they stopped glowing. Oh, wait, no. If you... Right, okay. Oh, I did misread it. Sorry. Oh, right. Okay, no, it isn't that you have to pray to 3. It's that if you pray to 3... you can start a random battle, quote-unquote random battle, with cactuar spirits, or with cactuars. But I've got random battles turned off, because I'm using, Wakka's weapon. What should have happened, though, is if I go to the southern area of the Thunder Plains... Ow. If I go to the southern area of the Thunder Plains... the cactuar ghost should have appeared. So I need to talk to the cactuar ghost. The game's getting me back for all those times I dodged the lightning. Ow. Okay, I'm as far south as I can go, and there's no... Damn it. And there's no ghost. Oh, for goodness sake, I'm just trying to look around. Stop it. I mean, I don't take damage from the lightning bolt, so it's kind of... I don't really care. It's just a little bit annoying, that's all. Okay, did I botch this up somehow? Did I make a mistake by going into Macalania? I mean, it was a mistake, but still, I feel like... I feel like I beans this up. Because they're not lighting up now. So apparently the cactuar was supposed to take you to a broken tower. This looks like a broken tower. Apparently you don't need to pray to the cactuars to go to a broken the broken tower. So it's not like a secret area or something. So I just need to figure out which tower it is. All of these seem to be functional except for that one. Not sure. I tell you what, one thing that I'm still trying to do in this game is every time the camera swings around is I'm using the right stick to try and direct, you know, move the camera. Oops. I'm not seeing any other broken towers, though. There's only one, and praying at the broken tower doesn't seem to do anything. Okay, guys, if you want to help out, I am willing to listen. Help me. Where's the tower? Where's the tower I'm looking for? It said that the ghost would appear in the southern area, so I'm assuming it means... you know... down. Backseaters assemble, indeed. I'm assuming it means south is down. Like, I can only assume that that is true. Oh, stop it. Like, that's the only thing I would consider to be a broken tower. Oh, goodness. Oh, stop it. But I can't, like, I can't interact with it at all. Hang on, there could be something over here. No? Ow. Oh, come off it. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. So someone has said that you need the cloudy mirror to see the ghost, and someone else said you don't. Oh, wait, you... Oh, no, I misread it. Sorry, I've just been wasting time. I'm sorry. You don't need the cloudy mirror or the celestial mirror to get the cactuars to show. You do need the celestial mirror / cloudy mirror to get the weapon to activate. I think. I don't know. The way this is written seems weird. Anyway, we're going to go to the airship and we're going to find something else to do. Now, I've been wanting to do the mirrors. And Athero did tell me that the celestial mirror / the cloudy mirror is something I probably won't remember how to do, and I know it's got something to do with the not the comm lens, the far plane, but oh, I believe it's got something to do with the far plane. I don't remember exactly. Okay, so I just clicked on a link that says the Celestial... Did you read the book in the travel agency? I think something to do with the cactuar stones. Yeah, there was, actually. That's a good point. I think it just tells you to pray at the stones. It doesn't tell you exactly what it does, though. I did pray at 2 of the stones, which has activated... Should have activated the cactuar ghost, but I'm not seeing the ghost. I guess we'll start doing the Celestial Weapons quest. You need to pray at 3. Or someone was saying that you don't even need to pray. You can still get the weapon by just going to the... Hang on. Let's go back. Let's just go back to the Thunder Plains for a second.
Yeehaw! Here we go!
Seeing as this is called That Thunder episode, the third one moves randomly between stones. Oh, okay. So I may have to restart, seeing as I left and came back. Okay, so this one's not lit up. So I think that's the first one. So I have prayed to 1 here, and I prayed to 1 in the top area. So now I just need to... goodness sake. What's over there? Oh, that's the one! Oh! That's the third one. There it is. That's the third one. I can't open this chest. Oh! Oh, there's a ghost. The ghost seems to be stuck. Oh, it is this one. Oh, there you go. It's working. We did it. We actually did it. You need the mirror for that chest. Okay. It won't open. Of course it does. Of course it doesn't. Hang on. There's 2 more chests now that I've got to put on my list of chests to open. So there's 2 on the Thunder Plains. Okay, so we got 1 at Barge Temple, 1 at Mushroom Rock, 2 at the Thunder Plains. Cool. Did you look at the sphere on the ground there? That sphere, isn't that sphere, Oh, I thought this was a... No, I didn't look at this. I thought the sphere here was just another, Al Bhed sphere. Okay. Yeah, we got over 200. Well, I would have gotten over 200 in a row, but I did successfully do it.
Doing this? What do you see there, my lord?
Oh, I was just thinking. This is important. No fooling around. You're gonna spoil it. Whoa.
Are you all right? Now there's a scene for posterity.
Yeah.
Jecht knocked on his ass. Banishing Blade. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I've been walking past that like every time without even thinking about it because I thought it was one of the Al Bhed collation spheres. One of the spheres that actually just gives you letters from the Al Bhed language or from a different save. I hate this game has made me like Jecht. All right, so the Cactuar thing is done. I guess we just go now and I guess I could do the Chocobo training. I've only got half an hour left. How many of those have I missed? Oh, goodness knows, dude. I have no idea. What I'll do is I could probably write down a list of where all the Jecht spheres are, and then, you know, make that a part of the next stream or something. Let's go do some of the Chocobo stuff. We'll get, the first part of, Tidus's weapon. Alright. Chocobo. I've trained some chocobos. Do you want to ride one? Let me train one. I think that's what I gotta do. I think that's the one. Chocobo training. It's simple. Just get from where you are to where I am before the time runs out. Okay. Since you're riding a wild chocobo, it'll run whichever way it feels like. Press left and right to steer it between my chocobo and me. Keep an eye on the clock and try not to miss the finish line. Okay. Don't hesitate to ask me about the controls if you need help. Let's begin, shall we? We'll shoot for 12 seconds. 12.8 seconds. Okay. Get me off this bird. Okay. Oh, are you joking? 12.9? Alright. Alright, game. You want to be like that? We'll be like that. One more time. Ah. No! Don't you dare! Oh, it took even longer. I designed my sacred and wilds to look like a chocobo. Oh, really? Yeah, I was, the logo on the, for our squad is based on a chocobo. It was originally, I don't know if it still is, but it was originally yellow. So that was my, yeah, that was my thought too. There's no way that they're not going to make a chocobo skin. Like, there's gonna be a Final Fantasy crossover, because of course there is. And they'll add a chocobo skin for your bub. They absolutely will. Alright, try again. Yes! Got it. Alright, you crossed the finish line. I clocked you at 12.7. Yeah, beat the time. He's ready for even more advanced training exercises now. Here's your prize. Whenever you tie or break your record, you'll get a prize like this. 𝗦𝘄𝗶𝘁𝗰𝗵. Okay. So, let's do something else. Dodge a chocobo. Okay. Everything will be pretty much the same at, as the first exercise, except that your chocobo will run straight now. But watch out for incoming balls. Dodge them with left and right. Your chocobo will be stunned if he hits, so best to avoid them. Also, okay. And controls. 16.8. So I'm gonna watch out for balls flying at me. Oh, I see. Ow. Ow. Stop attacking the chocobo. Waka. Goodness. Okay. One more time. Let's do it. What's this lies? What are these lies about the chocobo running straight? He does not run straight. What? Are you serious? This chocobo does not run in a straight line. Unless there's freaking balls in the way. Then he runs straight into them. I'm gonna give Waka some brain damage. Ow. Nice. Got it. 2 seconds. Sick. I wouldn't say it's a breeze. It's a pain in the ass, but yeah. Level 1 key sphere. Thank you. Hyper dodge. Oh my goodness. Balls and things come flying, so dodge them with left and right. Your chocobo will be stunned if he hits them, so avoid them. Let's begin, shall we? We're shooting for 18 seconds. This is gonna be fun. Hey Jecht, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? As ready as I'm ever gonna be. Oh. 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 What the? Okay. Dude, those balls. Oh my goodness, this is oh, this is so annoying. This isn't even like, it's not even really hard, it's just really annoying with all the stuns. Good lord. All right. One more time, come on, let's go. At least now I know where I'm trying to avoid. Oh, come on. Those birds come at you way too fast. Oh. Okay. Okay, this is annoying. This isn't hard, it's just annoying. Okay. All right. All right, game. I know what you're up to. Chucking balls and birds at me. Look at the way that the birds actually, like, curve into you. It's, like, mental. Okay. Yeah, alright, okay. Oh! Go shove it up your ass. No. That's just mean. It's so rapid fire with the sodding birds. Oh my goodness. And as soon as you get hit by one, you're done. See? Oh, for goodness sake. As soon as you get hit by one, that's it. Look at the way it literally spawns directly in front of you at the end. There's no time to actually move out of the way. It just rapid fire stun locks you. This is awful. It's like whoever came up with this was like, do you know what people loved in Final Fantasy VII? Chocobos. Do you know what we should do? Make them hate chocobos. Oh my goodness, I did it. I think I did it. I'm pretty sure I did it. Oh, I did. Oh, by 0.3. Good lord. No. I don't want to do any of this again. You completed all the training exercise, but there's one task... Oh, sorry, one last favor I want to ask. Race me. Challenge me anytime. I love a good race. I almost forgot. Here's your prize. Key sphere. Okay, so next one's the race. Let's do something else. Catch a chocobo? Oh, is that the race? Yeah. We're near the Calmlands exit to Macalania Woods. This is the starting line. And the finish line is the far right edge of the plain over there. Okay. Basically, if you get there before I do, you win. But that's not all. Each balloon you pick up along the way shaves 3 seconds off your final time. Oh, wait. I just remembered. There's a thing that you've got to do with this one so that your time is 0. You just got to get enough balloons so that your time is 0. Right, okay. Yeah, I just remembered that that's a thing. I literally can't collect any balloons because she's in front of me. And he uses the same weird controls. Damn it. Damn it. There we go. Okay. I think I beat the trainer. Yeah, I definitely beat the trainer. Did I get enough time, though, to get 0? Key sphere. Yeah, so I need to get 0, don't I? Wasn't there? Am I just making things up? Am I wrong? I thought there was a thing about there was a way to get 0, 0. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I want to ride a chocobo. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to look up some stuff before the next stream because I was kind of expecting that this stream would just be eaten up by the thunder planes, but I actually managed to do that. So, now, if I remember correctly, as well as doing the chocobo training, now I can go back to Remium. And I don't remember what I actually get for it, but if I go to Remium Temple, I can now ride the chocobos that are there. If I remember correctly. Again, I'm not really sure. Because if you remember in the last stream, when we were here, they were chocobos. either side of the temple. No, I don't worry about looking stuff up. It's fine. I'm trying to remember what I need to do still. I think there's also a sphere here that I didn't pick up because I thought it was an Al-Bhed sphere, so I didn't bother with it. So that means there's possibly a Jecht sphere here. Chocobos come to this forgotten temple to test each other's speed and skill. Oh, okay. You who are listening to this, you have been accepted as a true rider. It is a Chocobo custom that one must have a rider to challenge the champion Chocobo that stands near the sphere. Okay, so the one on the left is a champion Chocobo. Mount the bridal Chocobo waiting on the opposite side of the temple. Yeah. Once you are astride the challenger, the race will begin. Okay. Oh, wait, yeah, hang on. You gotta race down to the center, don't you? Which one should it be? I think it was supposed to be in that one, but whatever. Doesn't matter. It seems to be telling you to ride it. Okay, ride. Essentially, yeah. Of course, the Chocobo immediately starts running the wrong direction. That was the wrong way. Oh, okay, that was easy. I think. It says that I win. Obtain the cloudy mirror. Oh, there you go. This item opens ancient seals hidden throughout Spira. It seems to have lost its power, but there might be a way to restore it. So, you get the cloudy mirror, then you need to turn it into the celestial mirror. That's the point where I don't remember anything else. That's it. That's it. I remember... I feel like it was something to do with the far plane. I'm probably... I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong. No, I knew there was something to do with the Chocobos, but I couldn't remember for the life of me what it was. Obviously, it was going to be some kind of a riding challenge, but I honestly don't remember much about that portion of the game. But I remembered the sphere. Like, the sphere was one of the things that I remembered that was down there. And you told me to check out the sphere on the Thunder Plains. And one of the things I wanted to find out is whether or not that sphere was a useful one for me or not useful one for me. And obviously that one, you know, it just explains the race. But I don't remember a lot of this. We're entering territory of the game where, for some reason, I just don't have... particularly good memory of. I think for the most part, it's like I did a lot of this stuff, but I kind of stumbled upon a lot of it rather than actually you know, knowing what I was doing, just kind of stumbled along and yeah. If you do that race and get 4 chests along the way, you can get enough of the items to put Master Thief on an armor. Oh, really? Okay. And that means that you always steal, right? Or is it just a higher chance? Alright, so I'll have to go back and do that again. Always steal the rare steals. Okay. Alright, I think we might, call it there for now. I'll be back in, I won't be there for very long. I won't be gone for very long. I'll be coming back with the second stream for this evening. Yeah. Alright. Rather than just, wasting time, I'm gonna quickly go and, actually, let's just go to the chatting screen. Hello. Welcome back. Welcome back to my office. How are you guys doing? Yeah, so we're having a bit of a short one tonight, as I explained at the beginning of the stream, but if you weren't here for that, no worries. I'm going to explain again. We are going to be taking a quick break now at 10:30, and we'll be back at 11 because tonight there is a Nintendo Direct, and we're going to be taking a look at that. This Nintendo Direct really just dropped out of nowhere. I don't think there were many people that were expecting this. It kind of does make sense in a way. I've seen a lot of people saying that this doesn't make sense. There was a bunch of leakers that were saying that there was going to be a Nintendo Direct this week, and I saw a lot of people saying the same thing, that, it wasn't so much that they were saying there would be a Nintendo Direct. There was a bunch of leakers saying that they, kind of vaguely hinting that there might be something happening from Nintendo this week. And pretty much everyone was going, are you kidding, right? The Switch 2 reveal is in 2 weeks. There's no chance that there's anything going to be happening this week. You've got to be joking. And, like, a lot of the same people that were saying that there's a Nintendo Direct coming this week were also people that said there was going to be a Nintendo Direct at the end of March, and there wasn't. So, yeah, one of those sorts of things. And it kind of felt like it was unlikely, but it was possible, The reason I say it was unlikely but possible is because it is the end of financial year in Japan. Like, March is the end of financial year. So we are currently reaching the end of financial year 2024, and April 1st will be beginning of financial year 2025. So it would make sense for Nintendo to go out of the financial year with a Nintendo Direct, because then you can, like, put a little bit of a buff on your stock prices. Because this is the thing, right? With the Nintendo Switch 2 about to be announced, sales of the Nintendo Switch have slowed. That is an inevitability of announcing another console, is that the sales of the previous console will slow down. And that means that stock prices and share prices go down, right? It just does. It goes down, even though there's, it might spike initially because you're announcing new hardware. It will start to decline because sales will you know, inevitably slow down because no one's buying. No one's buying Switches right now. So to give the stock a little bit of a boost at the end, you want to remind people that, oh, the Switch isn't at the end of its life cycle, and even if it technically is, the Switch 2 is absolutely the first time Nintendo have said it's a replacement system by calling it a Switch 2. They're still saying that, look, there's still games coming out. There's still games that are going to be coming out for the Switch, probably for the next year. Like, we're probably going to see a lot of games that are going to release in the next 12 months that are going to be on Switch and Switch 2. Now, they may have separate versions. There may be a Switch version and a Switch 2 version. I don't know yet. That's something that we're going to have to find out when it happens. But it could just be, because there has been a little bit of speculation based on some of the information that's kind of leaked about the Switch 2 regarding the fact that it seems to have the capabilities to upscale. We've started to see things like that in games, like Xenoblade Chronicles X, for example. Data miners have discovered that it has a higher higher frame rate mode. It has a 60 FPS mode, which you can't really access by playing it on the Switch. And when you do forcibly turn it on, it causes all kinds of glitches and problems. So the theory is that the 60 FPS mode is designed for the Switch 2. And then when you activate 60 FPS mode on the Switch 2, it'll also upscale the graphics. That's cool. If that's true, then we could end up with like 2K quality graphics on the Switch 2. Possibly. So that would lead us to believe that there is some kind of an upscaler. Oh, also, there was a thing about a 540p mode. So that's like half of 1080p, right? So there was a 540p mode that was also found in Xenoblade Chronicles. So it could be that the game has a fidelity mode and a frame rate or performance mode. And that will only work when it gets put into a Switch 2. That's the theory. That's currently the running theory. So it's possible that from here on out, we're going to see games releasing that have features for the Switch and features for the Switch 2. And those extra features are going to be unlocked when you plug your game into a Switch 2. There may be like an extra download or something like that to give some other games a boost. And I think that's probably the best way to go about doing it, is to just use the hardware to boost the game that you have. But we're also obviously going to see some Switch 2 dedicated games. And from early estimates, the game is the console is going to be about as powerful as a Switch, as a PS4, maybe PS4 Pro, but it looks like it's going to be just under PS4 in handheld mode and just over PS4 in docked mode. So that's really cool. That's really interesting. Again, all of this is leaks. A lot of this is estimates. A lot of it is hearsay. We can't know for certain until we finally get the announcement. But of course, that's not until next week, you know? And so everyone was saying, like, oh, they're definitely not doing a Nintendo Direct this week because the Switch 2 Direct is next week. But actually, and this is what I was saying on the Discord, is that it actually does make a bit of sense. Not just for stock and share prices, because of course they want to go out with a boom. They want to go out with a bang. They want to be able to say, hey, look, there's a bunch of Switch games still coming. Don't forget, the Switch is still a viable system. We're not abandoning it. They totally will. Within 12 months, they will abandon it, but still. But that's what they want to go out on. They want to go out by saying, look, we still have stuff coming. And that will, again, help stock prices, help share prices. and then there's going to be that'll be that they will end 2024 on a high, and then they will begin 2025 on a high as of April 1st, because on April 2nd we're going to see the Nintendo Switch 2. So it does make sense, and I said it makes a little bit of sense. It is possible that the Nintendo Direct will be this week, but I thought it was unlikely. But it is happening. It is happening tonight. It is happening in well, actually, it's going to be happening in an hour and a half. But I'm going to be starting tonight's stream at 11. And then we're going to have a moment of discussion. We're going to have like an hour to discuss the Nintendo Switch. We're going to have an hour to discuss what we think is going to be shown in the trailers for the Nintendo Direct tonight. I can't imagine it's going to be like mind-blowing. I think there's still going to be a few things that we're going to see. Some 3DS games probably that are coming over to Switch. But I don't think there's going to be much like super mind-blowing information here, because anything that they announce now is going to be for a system that is going to be out of date as of a couple of months' time. So I can't imagine that you'll get something massive. I can't imagine that they'll be like, oh, we're going to announce brand new Zelda game for the Switch. We're announcing Xenoblade Chronicles 4 for the Switch. You won't get that. You might get there are some things that I've been expecting for a while that I think that they're going to talk about tonight, and we'll get into that when that stream starts in half an hour. But for now, I'm going to say thank you to everyone for joining me during Final Fantasy X, during that lightning episode, because of course this was primarily that lightning episode. We did it though. We got to it in the end. We did 200 in a row. Took longer than it needed to, I think. And I guess I wasn't prepared. I really wasn't prepared today to do anything else. So that running around at the end there looking for something to do, it was because I genuinely thought that I was going to take the entire stream to actually finish the lightning stuff. So yeah, my apologies for the scattered ending of this stream, but yeah. You could say this was an electrically shocking episode. The most electrifying episode in the Final Fantasy X series. It wouldn't be the first time that they had a Zelda released at the end of a system that also had a version for the next system. That's true. Twilight Princess did that. They released Twilight Princess on GameCube and then immediately released it on the Wii as well. But the difference is that they didn't announce it right at the end. Like, Twilight Princess was announced... Oh, they did the same thing. Yeah, but again, Breath of the Wild, they announced it like years in advance. And then they released it on 2 consoles. I don't think they're going to announce a Legend of Zelda right now, seeing as we've already had one in the past 6 months. We had one in November. So I don't think we're going to get a new Zelda releasing tomorrow. Yeah, I suspect that it won't be a Zelda. If they're going to do anything like that, then we might finally see that Ocarina of Time remake that everyone was talking about. But I still reckon that a game like that is something that they would keep for the Switch 2. Like, they may release a version of it on the Switch, but I think that's an announcement they'll wait for the Switch 2 announcement. Anyway, I don't want to get too deep into the weeds on this one, because that's what the next stream is going to be about. I am going to be going away right now, but I will be back in half an hour, so please don't go away. I certainly won't be. It's just going to be a longer break than usual, okay? Gonna wait for something dumb like Xenoblade Warriors. Do you know what? I really was thinking recently, Mario Bros. Warriors would be amazing. Or, Mushroom Kingdom Warriors. we're watching the Super Mario Bros. Movie again recently, and it came out in September. I thought it was November. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I was watching the end sequence where you've got Mario and Donkey Kong rushing through all of the Koopas and just beating the crap out of them as they move swiftly from one location to the other as they were going around. And I'm just thinking to myself, wait, Super Mario Warriors. That would be so cool. Also, I would play Xenoblade Warriors, absolutely. Yeah, I would absolutely play Xenoblade Warriors, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Without any questions, I would... that would be a day one purchase for me. Day one. I love the Warriors games. They just turn your brain off fun. And a Xenoblade one would be great. Yes, break time. Yeah, so as I was saying, I'll be back in half an hour. Please don't go away, or if you do come back in time so that we can chat about the possible releases and announcements that we're going to see with the Nintendo Switch this evening. Oh, there's the link. Brilliant. Thank you, Kiko. Yeah, the waiting room is already up, so you can head on straight over there right now. But I'm going to thank you all for being here. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I'm sorry if this ending is going to be a little bit short, but we're going to jump straight into be good to yourselves, be excellent to each other, play more video games, and until I see you, which should be in half an hour, or else I'll come looking for you. I'm going to get Liam Neeson on your ass. I wish you all peace and high scores. Good night, everyone. Well, you know, like, good night, but yeah, you know, I'll be back. So not good night. Just ta-ra. Just toodaloo. Toodaloo, everyone.